been a long time since I've been on here, so I hope to see some familiar faces. Not faces, I guess names, because I can't really see you guys, but so glad to be here. And I'm just gonna chit chat with you guys while I work on some orders and also talk giveaways for my 5,000 subscribers that I was supposed to do a while ago, but I got sick again. So let me know if you guys are here and if you can hear me. I'm gonna go over to my computer and see if I'm all logged in.
Mark Kelly delivered lower health insurance.
Hey, Sarah, can you hear me? I have my earbuds in, but I'm not sure if you can hear me over here. You can hear me right here? Yay, they're working. That's crazy. Okay, well, I'm over by my computer, not right in front of my phone. So hopefully you guys can hear me while I'm way over here. So give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get these comments up over here. Who's all on here? Yay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I don't know if any of you guys were on Blaine's live earlier. He just got off. I was waiting for him to get off so that I could go live and talk about more giveaways because he just gave away a lot of good prizes on his birthday bash. So if you guys missed that, you obviously can't enter to win anymore, but you can go and do the replay on his channel, Sewing Machines Plus, and see what he gave away. Lots and lots of goodies. So I'm going to continue that, but I'm going to wait a little bit to announce that because I just got on and I want to give people a chance to like come on if they see that I'm on live. It's been a long, long, long time. So I didn't schedule it or anything. I remember telling you guys last time that it's been really hard for me to go live. So whenever I pop on, I just pop on. It's been really hard to like schedule it like I used to. So hopefully you guys are getting the notifications that I'm live and we'll go from there. So I have some orders to work on today, but I kind of just wanted to like say hi to you guys, hang out, answer any questions you guys have. It has been what, like 2 months, maybe longer. I don't know. Oh, I hate saying that because that's awful. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm gonna be here for probably an hour and a half-ish, hour and a half. I have to get off and go pick my kids up from school. I have mom duty today and every day, but yeah, I just wanted to come say hi to you guys and see what you guys are all up to since it's been so long. Got my coffee. I got some orders that I need to cut out. I'm going to actually open up my laptop because I can't be in front of my phone the whole time that we're talking. So I'm going to turn this computer off over here. That way I don't use all the internet. Aw, sorry you missed it. He does giveaways all the time, so don't feel bad that you missed it. Just do the next one. Plus, I'll be doing a giveaway as well. So I'll be announcing what I'm going to be giving away and what Blaine is actually, Sewing Machines Plus is going to sponsor my 5K giveaway as well. So that's pretty amazing that he's going to be doing that after just giving away all the stuff that he just gave away. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to announce that here soon. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see who else gets up on here. And then I myself am going to give away a couple things that I thought would be useful and just fun. My dog wants to go outside. Let me let her out really quick. Go ahead. All right. I'm going to put this a little bit more over here. Okay, I'm right here. Sorry, guys. It's been a long time since I've been live. I'm like, what do I do? Can I get this up on this computer? So if you all know me, you know that obviously I have an online business, I have an Etsy shop, and I'm constantly busy with orders and stuff. But I have been in and out of being sick, and I'm finally getting better. But I haven't even really been in my shop doing much. I've been doing the bare minimum to get my orders out and stay on track. But it's been nice this week to finally like feel good about week. There's my voice. Just to feel good about like being back to work. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Evelyn, Nina, Melinda. Thank you guys all for being here. Pauline, Delisha. Did I say that right? I don't know. Sorry if I butcher your guys' names. I'm really bad with names. How's the lighting? Is it okay in here? And good thing you guys can hear me. Okay. So I'm gonna have this right here so I can see your guys' comments, and I'm gonna continue what I was doing earlier because I have been getting a lot of orders for these and running out. This is my pool fabric that I use for my nursing pads. So I just cut 5x5 squares out to just basically have it ready to go when I get the orders in. So that is what I'm gonna do right now. So I get this bolt of fabric on Etsy. Sometimes I get it on Amazon, sometimes I get it on Etsy. It just depends on who can get it to me faster. But I always get a couple bolts of it. That way I have a bunch on hand. And that's what I put back here in these drawers. I always put extra fabric back here. And I just pull from it when I need it. But how have you guys been? It's been so long since I've been on here. I feel like I've missed so much. So the reason why I'm cutting all these is because I don't use this for anything else. So I just know exactly how much I need, and I like to have it ready to go when I need it. Hey, did you get your air conditioning done in the shop? I did, and it feels so awesome. You guys, I have no more work to do in here besides just the regular like changing things in and out. I got a new shelf over here. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn this around. So I put this new shelf right here. Well, my tripod's in the way, but I moved all of that. I'm gonna get a white one of these shelves. I think I got that at like Target. So I'm probably just gonna get a white one. I'm being very particular with my colors right now because it's like an eyesore. Everything's white. So I need to change that out. This right here, I got another cabinet for. So I'm changing that out this weekend. And it's going to basically match that, except it's all wood, just white, and it's really tall. And I have some new things coming to my shop, so that's where that's gonna be. I'm super excited about that, and I can't wait to show you guys. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna actually, I think I need to wipe my camera off because it looks a little fuzzy. Hold on. I think it's a little fuzzy. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Is that better? So, what was I saying? But yes, I got my air conditioning done. And it feels so nice in here. No more sweating in the Arizona sun because it's so hot here. the other day I like almost like forgot, because it's just so nice to work in here and not like, even though it's been like winter and it was cool, it still just felt sticky, you know, like just that not AC is like a humidity feeling, humid feeling. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, you know what I mean. So now it just feels like a regular room in the house, which is awesome. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Thank you. Just starting my HTV business and trying to save to get into embroidery and sewing. Embroidery and sewing is so much fun. I love HTV. So who is it that says, I think it's like Pink's Teas and Things, Claudia, she says all the time that everything that you do has a use. So just because you do sublimation doesn't mean you can't do something else and something else and something else. Like every single thing in the crafting business is meant to do something. So just because I do sublimation or screen print transfers or anything like that, you're still going to use HTV. I still sell HTV onesies. Like there are certain projects that require just that, or that you would rather do just that certain item with. Do you guys agree? Like, I don't know. That's how I feel anyway. And she said it perfect. She did a TikTok on it saying that everything she has a purpose. And that's exactly how I feel with my business. I have machines for different things. I use this and that for different things. Like everything I have has a purpose. So grow, 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 and use everything. There's always something that you can try and use and change and make part of your business. It's so fun to learn different things, I think. That's the whole point of being a crafter, right? It's just learning new things. And yes, I'm cutting all of these because I'm so tired of going to grab them and they're gone. So I'm just doing it all right now. Because why not? These are the middle layer of my nursing pad covers, or nursing pads. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thanks for being here. So I live in North Scottsdale in Arizona. No, I just moved my faff over. So I just kind of like reorganized my room a little bit because I got a new shelf over here. I'm getting a new shelf to put over there. I got a pre-screen station. So I moved my screen printing station here. I'll show you guys. I don't think you guys have seen this yet. So I got this new guy. So this is that's where my faff was. And so I just thought that this little corner over here is perfect for my little screen printing station. And then I moved my faff over here. So I put all my machines together right here. And then I thought if I add another one or add, I'm going to be getting a cover stitch industrial, at least I want one. So when I get that, I'll have, you know, room over there for that. I can take this table out back here, put another machine right there. I always plan in advance when I move stuff around in case I need to move it again. So I really, really love this table being right here. So I don't think I'll ever move this because when I'm at my heat press has a specific outlet that I use for it. It has its own like power. So it doesn't waste any energy when I just have it on all the time. You guys know that. I use my heat press for every single thing that I do. I did get this little steamer thing that I really, really like too for like heat setting my like stamps and just like random stuff that like if I'm cutting out a random piece of fabric that I had left like a just extra fabric that got wrinkled, I just steam it really fast instead of pressing it. I don't know. I don't know. I just like to get gadgets, you guys. I'm a gadget. I love gadgets. So anyway, that's a new item. But yeah, so kind of just cleaned it up, made a little more room for things, put stuff around. So I'm always moving stuff. Okay. Can you guys see me okay? You're my inspiration. Thank you for teaching us how to make beautiful things. Aw, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say that. That makes me happy when I read those things. I love learning new things. I just embroider a baseball. That's so cute. I can't wait to be able to do more samples and stuff. That's my goal, is to be so caught up that I can sit down and just do samples. Like I want to do samples for my embroidery business. I want to do sublimation samples. I want to do like all the things. And I can't get there yet. So it's a good thing and a bad thing, because I want to add new things to my channel and I want to add new things to my business, but I'm only one person. So I'm doing what I can. Will you do a screen printing tutorial and never see it done? Yes, Melinda, I will get to that. I'm still practicing myself. That's why I haven't really done anything on it, because I'm learning as I go. And if you all know me, I'm not going to show you guys until I actually like really feel fulfilled with knowing how to do it. So I will eventually, but I'm still learning myself. It's so fun though, you guys. It's so fun. I'm just making my kids stuff right now and just having fun with it. But yes, I definitely am going to be adding it to my shop and doing some fun things with it. So okay, how much more do I have? I'm gonna be done right here because that's a lot. Shove it in here. Can you guys hear me when I walk away? Because that means my AirPods are working, not my phone. So that's a good thing. I also just sent in my samples for, or like my prints for all my leggings, all my skirts, just random like stuff to my acrylic lady who makes all my acrylics for me. So I did that yesterday. Super duper excited to get those done. I set aside time yesterday to do that because I've been wanting to do that forever and I haven't had the chance to. So I made myself do that. Okay. Awesome. Trying new organic fabrics. Just bought a projector for PDF patterns. Not set it up though. Let me know how you like that. Because I have a couple patterns that, you know, like the Dolminty that I used. I think that's it. I actually printed out, I think, a dress or some sort of dress jumper or something. I haven't even touched it yet, but I make all my own patterns, but I wanted to do a t-shirt, a different style. So I didn't have time to make my own pattern for it. So I just bought it off of Etsy. But I keep seeing people who do buy all the patterns and they use the projector. And I was like, that is amazing to just be able to do that. So let me know how you like that. Thank you. Okay. I don't know if that light is like really bright in your guys' eyes. I'm gonna go down a little so you guys don't have to see that bright light. So I moved stuff around a little bit just so that I can make more room. I cleared my table off. I don't know if you guys noticed. So now my table looks gigantic and I'm in love with it now because I used to have all that stuff up there and I took everything down. So now I can actually, because I've been getting into buying the larger bolts of fabric and they come on these huge rolls like this. And so I would have to like move all my stuff every time I would roll this out. So now this literally fits on my table from the back, and I roll it all the way and cut my stuff out. So I needed to clear my table off, and I'm in love with it now. I just want to get one big, huge cutting mat though. Like, does anybody know of a place that I can buy this exact size of my table in just one mat and not have like these lines in between? I sure will. I hate printing and taping patterns, so I hope I love it. Yes, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys. A bit to handle. I had no idea they would come on those. Yeah, so I think it's when you order more than 10 yards at a time, they put them on those. I'm not really sure though. Don't quote me on that. I just buy a lot of fabric. So like for instance, like when I got my carrot fabric, I know that every year that fabric for the last 2 years anyway has been a huge hit. So if you did really good with a certain print 1 year, don't be ashamed to keep it for the next year, because I mean, if you're going to make money on it, why would you get rid of that? Just keep it. So I kept mine, and I'm going to keep it again next year, and I'm going to keep keeping it until it doesn't sell anymore. But it sells like hotcakes, so it's pretty crazy how that one sells. But I order a lot of that carrot fabric, so always they give it to me on that big roll. And then also my mauve for my blankets, my mauve faux fur. I get a ton of that. You can see it in the back probably. Well, I guess not. My computer's covering it. But I'm just going to use my hands. Don't worry, my hands aren't close to the blade. You guys working on anything today? What are you guys doing? I get 10 yards and they shipped like that. Oh yeah, so it must be 10 yards then. I read that wrong, sorry. Yeah, so I think if you get 10 yards, they ship it on there of one fabric. But you do get discounts if you order, are you talking spoon flower? If you order more than, I think it's 15 yards, I'm not sure. They give you a discount after you order that many. So I always wait until I have to order like a bunch of fabric. I write it down on a paper. And then I order all at the same time, which is a lot of money at one time, but you also get the best discount doing it that way. So, and then I get free shipping because I have the pro account. So if you pay, I think it's like $250 a year, and you get the pro, which is free shipping. So it's worth it to me because I am always ordering from them. Not working on much. My shop has been like snails this month. Yeah, it's usually slow around this time, but don't give up. Just keep going. Pockets and inseam snaps using organic French cherry for this. Ooh, organic French cherry is so soft. I love organic French cherry. So I know you guys probably wonder why I don't make stuff with other kinds of fabric. And it's not that I don't want to, it's just that, I don't know, I'm very weird. And I want all of my stuff to be the same aesthetic, I guess. I don't know. So like all of my clothing, like clothing items you'll see on my website, it's all organic. It's the same exact material. it's very easy for me to keep track of it that way. That way I just know every fabric in there is the exact same material. It's just easier for me. If I do, which I do sometimes, add other fabrics. Like if I find a really pretty one that I like at a random store or a random shop online or whatever, it's not that I won't buy it, because I will. I'll do it. I'll just do one-offs of them and just put them in my shop. But I always make sure to say these are not organic, or if they are organic and a different type of material, I make sure I say that, because I don't, the last thing I want is my customer to think that it's the organic knit from Spoonflower, like mentioned in all the other ones, and it's not. So you have to be specific and clear. So I do make other things. I just don't on a constant basis. Like some headbands, if I want to make like a random one that I saw, even on Amazon, sometimes they have cute ones. Just any random stuff that I get, I just make sure to say that it's not organic, because that's what my shop is meant or known for, is like the organic stuff. So that didn't work out too well. I can probably use those ones, not that one. I only opened up last March, so I haven't learned the cycles yet. I'm just taking this time to create new things and clean my house. Exactly. It'll come when it's ready. Like I've been up and running for like 5 years now, I think. And it didn't come fast for me either. It's the same, I think, with anyone. Unless you're paying like someone to market you and go crazy with it, then it's going to take some time. You just have to be patient. So organic fabrics made in the US. Aw, I was missing you guys. Just cutting things out in hopes that I get a ton of sales. Wishful thinking. Keep that wishful thinking. It'll pay off one day. Trust me. All of a sudden, boom. And then it'll be like that for a while. So just have faith and believe in yourself, because you can do it. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in your product. If you don't believe in your product, then it's not going to sell. So if you have any doubts about something, my advice is to just not do it, because if you have a doubt, then why would anybody else want it? You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I think of it. You have to believe in your product. Like these nursing pads that I make. I was never like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? It was like, I don't want to waste my fabric. What can I make with it? So I started making these, and they became a huge hit. And I believe in them because I've tested them. They're super soft. They're waterproof, and they have really cute prints because they're made with all of my leftover fabric. So just believe in yourself and what you make, and everything will work out. What's it called? Have confidence in you. I have confidence in you. I have confidence in all of you. Now I'm just blabbing. Okay, so when I get done cutting this, I'm going to talk about giveaways. I think it's going to be fun. The only thing is, on the giveaway, is I'm going to be doing it through StreamYard. I'm on my phone right now, so it's going to be a little different. I know I hate using my computer for lives because my phone always works better. But the only way to do it really fair is to do the picker. You know, it picks the random name, and I feel like that's just the fairest way to do it. So that's what we're going to do. And I had to write down, where did I put that paper? It's over here. I thought I moved that light out of the way. What am I making? Oh, Carolyn, I was making, welcome, by the way. Thanks for joining. I'm just pre-cutting out all of my pull fabric for my nursing pads. It's the middle layer, it's waterproof. And I've been selling a lot of those lately. And so I like to just have them pre-cut so I can just grab and go. And I put them in here. So I have my fleece right here and then my pull fabric right here. And then I have my girl scraps right here and my boy scraps. So I use all my scrap fabric for those. I was watching someone else. I saw you were on live. I said to myself, can't wait. I have to look at Amber. I love you, girl. Tell everything. Tell everybody. Aw, thank you so much. That's so sweet. You guys are making my day. Happy Thursday. Tuesday's gone. Oh, I love you too, Sandra. I didn't when I first started. The sales started and good reviews have helped a lot. Yeah, so if you guys aren't putting pay for those postcards that you put in your packages. I swear to you, the second I started doing that, I started getting all the reviews. So if you guys are not putting those in your packages when you send them out, at least write a little note or something. It helps your business so much. I can't say that enough. Like, put those postcards in there. I'll show you what mine look like. They're super simple. And I put them in their package, the clear envelope that they have to open, and they have to see this card. There's no way that they can get around not seeing this card. So it just, on the back, it has my information, which these are really old. I should probably redo them. And then on the front, I would love a review and their care instructions. It's as simple as that. But these have helped my business tremendously because every review you get, people are looking at that. And as long as you're putting like your heart and soul into everything you make, people are going to love your stuff. And they're going to give you a good review. And they're going to know that you did it because you love it. So anyway, put those in there. Okay, so you have to, what I was saying about the giveaway, you have to be on my live stream that day because the way that StreamYard works is it picks a name who's on my chat list, on the chat. So if you're on the chat, then your name will be automatically entered in there, but you have to be there. So Sewing Machines Plus, I think I said it already, they're going to sponsor some of these giveaway items, and it's super exciting because Blaine is so giving, and he truly is such a nice guy. He just loves to give away things. So the first thing that we're going to give away from Sewing Machines Plus is going to be a Baby Lock Joy. So it's a beginner starter sewing machine. And I think it will be good for all of you people who want to learn how to sew, but don't want to take that step into like a bigger machine because you really don't know how to use it. So, or if somebody wins it that does know how to sew, this is a great machine to give to like your granddaughter or your daughter or whoever wants to learn how to sew. It's a very easy machine. It's smaller. It's very compact. And Baby Lock is a very good brand. So I'm very happy to say that he's going to be giving away a Baby Lock Joy. And then the second thing that we'll be giving away is one of the largest size cutting mats that all you guys love, the Sewing Machines Plus Gold Cutting Mat. So we chose gold because I have the gold. Yeah, so you'll be getting one of those. I know you guys all love those. And then the third thing that he's going to do is just do a plain old gift card. So you guys will get $50 gift card for that third winner. And you guys can choose anything that you guys want on Sewing Machines Plus website. So that is what Blaine is going to kindly give away and sponsor for my 5K giveaway. And then what I wanted to do, I'm going to save my big giveaway prize as a secret. So I don't want to announce that today. You guys have to come back and see on that day. I don't want to announce it yet because I thought that it would be fun to at least give you guys one surprise, right? I thought, what's the fun about knowing everything? So, but what I will tell you is that for my smaller prize, I'm going to give away just a starter surprise package that can include anything from needles, thread, scissors, anything that you need to start up your business or start sewing, for example, because I wanted it to go with what Blaine was giving away. So he's giving away a machine. So I thought, what better way to kind of make those combine, I guess, and give away just a starter package. So I'm going to make it like a really pretty birthday present, even though it's not going to be your birthday, but just something cute that's going to include a bunch of random stuff. And random meaning stuff that I love that you guys have asked me about, because trust me, I do take notes on what you guys ask me and what you guys love or have questions about or anything like that. So it could be anything that's in my room right now that I will be putting in that package. So something different, something fun. Matt, not Matt. So, do we have any guesses on what my surprise big prize is? Thank you, Jill. I'm so glad to be back too. Yes, stickers, Sandra. Those are good. Yeah, stickers. Just trying out a new pattern, but got frustrated because my dumb mistake. Lisa, that happens every day to me. Cutting mat or a sewing mat? Oh, sorry. The sewing mat. The mats that you put underneath your sewing machines. The ones that Sewing Machines Plus sell and give away a lot. So not this cutting mat, those mats. Marissa, screen printing is fun. It's so fun. I'm still learning though. So I'm not going to be putting that on blast on live yet because I'm still making a bunch of mistakes and just trying to learn from it. But it's super fun. Serger, I was waiting for somebody to say that. I don't know. We'll have to see. The PE 800. We'll see. I like to see what you guys are saying and guessing because it's fun. It's all fun. I've been waiting to do a giveaway because I like to give stuff, but I want it to be something that you guys want. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to give away something that someone's like, I didn't really want that. Single needle embroidery machine, a serger. Serger. I think you guys are all thinking serger because that's what I first started with, right? And that's what I've done videos on and taught you guys on was my serger. I can't even count on my hands how many people bought sergers after I started doing lives on them. And that's such a good feeling to know that all you guys are serging. It's so fun. I love my serger. I especially love my Juki serger. I'm in love with that thing. I use that thing every day. Meh. Do you guys pre-cut stuff? I have to. Usually I have my daughter do this, but I've been kind of like taking it easy because it's been a rough month or two, I should say. So this slow type of work has been really relaxing. But I like to see all my drawers full of stuff. So so that I can just grab and go. It's 12 needle. Oh my goodness. A heat press. Your little vacuum. That's a good one, actually. Never know. I bought a cover stitch after watching you on a live. Yes, the cover stitches are awesome. Were any of you guys on Blaine's live earlier? What software do you use for digitizing? I don't actually digitize my own work, although I do use the Embrilliance Essentials and Embrilliance, what's the next one? Not Stitch Artist. Embrilliance. Why am I blank? Someone help me. Not Stitch Artist. It's the other one. It's the next one up. And the reason why I got that one was so that I can do the knockdown stitches for my blankets. But I don't digitize. I send my work out. Or I just buy from Etsy if it's a cute thing. All done. Okay. I have a brother serger, but need the air thread one. I can't thread mine. What do you mean you can't thread it? You've tried and it's not working, or it just keeps breaking, or what's happening? Because threading shouldn't be that hard. It's always hard when you first do it, but then it should just come like natural after you've done it so many times. It shouldn't be the reason why you can't use it. Yes, enthusiast. Thank you. What kind of ruler am I using? Acrylic ruler with the handle. So this is actually a pop socket. So I bought a bunch of pop sockets just on Amazon. I have a bunch of them. I don't know where I put them, but I put them on all my rulers, at least my flat ones that I can just like boop, hold down with my finger. But this is just the, is it called Omni Grid ruler? And it is a 24-inch ruler, a 5 by 24. So I cut all those squares out at 5 by 5 inches, and that just gives me my round so I can make my circle. And yeah, so the way that I do my nursing pads is as long as my scrap fabric is at least 5 inches by 5 inches, then I keep it. If it's anything smaller than that, I just toss because I can't use it. Sometimes I keep them for like appliques because I'm going to start making like applique shirts to like match my outfits and stuff. So I've been keeping those too if I don't want to toss them. My tension goes way off. Which one do you have? What is it, the one that I have? The Lock 1034D? Such a great idea. I don't know how I found that idea. Can't remember. I was just thinking about you. Hope all is well and hope that you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Aw, thank you so much, Cynthia. Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm back. The lower loopers can be really challenging to thread. Yeah, so whatever, are you using the same fabric each time, or are you changing it out and trying different ones? Because a lot of the reason why I have so many different machines is because you do have to change your tension every time you use like a different material or thickness. And I got tired of doing that. So I like for my nursing pads, I use my Lock 1034D, and it's thicker because it has 3 layers. So I know the tensions, I know the settings on that, and I never want to change it. So even if that machine broke today, I would probably buy the same exact machine for my nursing pads alone, because I know exactly what settings to put it on and what I've done. So I've actually tried sewing or serging my nursing pads on my other 2 sergers that I have, and it doesn't give us a clean look as my Lock 1034D. So again, every machine has a different use and purpose. So I keep that machine specifically for my nursing pads. But back to your situation, if you're using different materials with it, you're gonna have to change the tensions every time. So practice on one material over and over and over again until you get the exact tension that you want. Write it down. When I first started, I had a cardboard paper next to my machine, and I wrote down every tension setting that I had for each material that I used. And then once my business got busier, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm just going to buy another one to have specifically for this purpose. My Juki automatically like raises its little feet for thicker materials and stuff. So I don't ever have to mess with that tension, which is amazing. And that's why I love that machine. So I know that probably doesn't help you, but hopefully you can practice more. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, I have the 1034D. So just practice with that specific material you're using and do it over and over and over again. Which Juki? Different fabrics. I have one with white thread. I thought about getting one for black thread. So here's a fun fact. I'm sure some of you guys know this, but some of you guys may not know this. I never ever use any other color of thread except for white. That's all I have. That's all I use on any material. Even on my tiger one that's dark navy blue, I still use white thread. It's in the inside of their outfit. They're never going to look at it unless it's like one of you guys who gets something and inspects it, which I do too. But I've never used any other color. The only time I've ever changed out my color threads is when I make my aprons, because it uses bias tape. If I ever add anything with bias tape in the future, I will change the color out for that, but that's just using a regular machine, regular sewing machine. So I do change my colors. That's why I have all these colors over here. This is just regular Gutermann sewing machine thread, and that's what I use for my bias tape if I change it out. But for any of my clothing that I sew, if I top stitch, anything like that, it's all white thread. Because I am not going to change that out every time to do whatever color I'm doing. Like literally never change out my threads. Our AC went out. We need new AC units. Supposed to be here on Tuesday. Fortunately, it hasn't been too hot, but this weekend is another story. We'll probably head to Prescott. Yeah, this weekend it's going to be hot. I actually have, Angela, it's funny you say that, because I noticed our AC was running really hard in our master bedroom. We have 3 units, so 4 including my new shop unit, but we have 2 for our main house and 1 for our casita. And the casita one has been running pretty hard, which they're going to check out tomorrow. Our AC guy came yesterday and just said we need new compressors, which is basically a new heart for an AC unit. So we can either do that, which is the cheaper route, or we can buy new units, which we're eventually going to have to do either this summer or next summer. So it's like, what do we do? So anyway, we have AC. It's just running really hard. Like you can hear it really loud. So tomorrow they're fixing that, which is going to be another chunk of money, but you have to have AC in Arizona. There's no way around it. I missed you too, Wendy. I missed all you guys. I was also only using white, except for my one fabric I have. I use black, but I changed the thread on the serger the cheap way. Yeah, just tie it off. Yay, you're getting your SWF. That's so fun. I wish it was 60 degrees here. I have the Juki MO6814S, and you can find that under my description. I believe it's in there, and it's on Sewing Machines Plus website. Let me look and see if I have that in here. I do. It's the second one down. So I have the 12 needle and then the industrial serger. And then of course my reliable and my single needle. We put the one we have now in 2006, lasted a while, $10,000 for the year. I know. The guy quoted us yesterday 10 to I think he said 10 to 15,000 or something like that. This is some crazy number. I'm like, and we need 3 of them. I'm like, okay. Holy moly. It's crazy. All right, what am I going to do now? Stop talking. So, all my rulers go on this little bad boy right here. I have these little like S hooks that are like is it silicone? No, yeah, it's like rubber silicone, and I hang them everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys over here now because I need to sew at least these pads. Very nice weather. It's supposed to be getting over 100 degrees the next few days. Yeah, it's supposed to be really warm. It's supposed to be like, gosh, I can't remember, 106 or something. Sarah, I found my koozie. It was hiding in my like fruit tray for some reason. I think I need to clean this. It's been a while. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna get loud for a second, guys. Sorry. So you guys, you have to treat your machines like they're your baby. If you clean them and give them love, they'll last you a long time. I've had this machine since the beginning of my venture with my business, and I love it. Sorry if that's really loud. Done. I need some. Do I have oil over here? Maybe not. I know. I was about to buy, well, I'm still going to buy more because I had like, what, 5 or 6 of them at one point and I lost them all. Hi, I'm doing good. How are you? Thanks for joining. I'm a mess. Okay, so this is the machine again. This is specifically what I use for my nursing pads. So these are what my nursing pads look like. There's 3 layers. They have fleece on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then whatever print I have on the front, and then the stuff I was just cutting, it's called pull. It's a waterproof layer, basically. Polyurethane, something of another. I don't know. I can never pronounce it. Circles are tricky, but once you get used to doing them, they're so easy. But they are tricky when you first start trying to do them. And I always make sure that everything is nice and even around the edges. This machine just does really, really well with me doing circles. I guess, I don't know, probably because I started with it and I like taught myself how to do a perfect circle with this machine. And then the other thing is like when you end it. So I've done close-ups before of this, but when you go to round it off and end it without having that extra like thread like on the end, I will put this through at the end. I'll tuck my tail in. But ending it, I always go around and then I flip it back the opposite way at a 90-degree angle and push it back. And that will give me that smooth landing where you can't even tell where I stopped at. So that was hard to teach myself, but eventually I got it. Hey, Prel, how are you? Do you prefer cutting out nursing pads on your Cricut or by hand? I like to do them by hand. I used to do them by the Cricut, but then it just takes too long. It's supposed to be faster, but it's not. And sometimes it doesn't cut it exactly like all the way through. So you have like ridges sometimes, or it'll pull the fabric when I go to pull them off. I don't know. Anyway, I like to cut them by my template. Just purchased a new sewing feet for my Baby Lock Destiny. The Gathering one is especially fun. So I actually, fun fact again, bought a ruffle foot for my Janome, and I haven't used it yet, but it was a pricey one. So I'm very excited to use it. I just haven't had the time to sit down and actually mess around with it. But I have a new product coming to my site soon, so I've been practicing the other part of it, but the ruffle foot I haven't used yet. So I'm excited to get to use that. So on my website, when people order these, I don't let them choose. When you get into too many options, it's confusing for you. It's confusing for the buyer. So I used to do that when I first started, but I now only give them a couple options. So like for these nursing pads, for example, I have, I think 3 or 4 different options. And those are how many sets they want. One set, I mean, you have 2 breasts. So one set is 2. There you go. So they get to choose 1 set, 3 sets, or 7 sets. That's one of the options. The other option is boy prints, girl prints, plain white, or solids. So I guess I have 4 different options for the prints. So if they just want all white, if they want solids, just solid print, but like different colors, I have that option. That's just what solids is. And then boy prints or girl prints. And so in my description, it says what you choose. It comes from my scrap fabric because I'm a eco-friendly, no waste sort of shop. So all of my scraps I keep, and I keep all my girl prints in one area and all my boy prints in one area. And if they choose that, then I just pick from the scraps that I have. They don't get to pick what prints they want. Sometimes they'll say, like, I have one right here that says, like, this one says girl prints, but I remember printing out one yesterday that said, can you possibly give me the ocean themed or a ocean themed one? So it could be the whales or the mermaids or whatever ocean theme I have. So sometimes I'll do that, but if I don't have that in a scrap, I'm not going to cut out a little circle out of my bolt. So stick to what is easiest for you. And it's not that I'm not nice. I used to be so nice that it was really hard for me to run my business efficiently because I'd be so nice that I'd give them all these options and then it would be like, it's just too time consuming. So don't be too nice. Just run your business the way you want to run it and people will still buy from you. Trust me. You make your rules. Hi. So I'm about to finish up these. After I'm done with these, I might use my Juki, and you guys will be able to tell the difference on sound. This one is a little bit louder. This is my loud girl. The Juki is so quiet, I would feel comfortable sewing in my house when my baby's sleeping with that machine because it's so quiet. So if you... Sorry, we're getting a very bad storm. Oh no, where are you at? Storms are scary. Well, I live in Arizona, so any kind of storm is scary to me. So the next question is, I know everyone is going to say something different, so it's going to be really hard for me to like choose when to do the giveaway. But if you guys could all put in here so I can go back and like rewatch, what's a good time frame like to do the giveaway? Like when are you guys all good to be on here? Because I want everyone to get a chance to win something from the giveaway. There's going to be 2, 3, like at least 6 different gifts to give away. We're going to have fun with it. And I know a lot of you guys on here have actually been with me for a really long time, even through all my times of not being on here because I come and go. But I thought it would be fun to do kind of like what Blaine did today, a little trivia thing. That would be so much fun, and see who pays attention to what I use and what I do and all the good things. Not even, and just it could be personal, it could be about my business, it could be about whatever, kind of what he did today. Like that was so much fun that I was like, oh, that would be so much fun to do. So Blaine, if you listen to this, I'm copying you. He doesn't care. A virtual coworker, that would be so fun. Just noticed you on YouTube is lacking on notifications. Oh no, Mary. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so usually when I come on during the day, it's around this time. So, and I feel like it's the same people most of the time. So this could probably be a good-ish time. Probably around like between 10 and 12 my time. PST? I know. A lot of you guys have been around since I first started. You've probably seen me make all the mistakes, and that's okay. I'm glad you guys are there to see it and know that we're all human. The little tray that you have in front of you of your serger, does it fit most sergers? I have the Janome 3334D and I need one. This one came with me, so I'm not sure if it's going to fit your machine, but there is a company on Etsy that I got this tray from. So this one, they hand make these. They're acrylics. And the Baby Lock Celebrate that I have doesn't come with one of these, which is very strange because it's a serger, and it should come with a tray because you're cutting fabric as you sew. So anyway, this company I found makes these for different machines. So if you want to email me, binghambliss@yahoo.com, I can send you the link to this company that I used. I'd have to go search for it right now, so that's the only reason why I won't link it right now. But if you want to email me, I can give you that information. Mary, I didn't. Which one did you get? I'm sorry. I've been so MIA on social media, the internet, YouTube. I've been gone. Like, I've been sick and out of it. My family's been sick. So I haven't seen or talked to any of you guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Kathy. Around this time would be good. I usually have the kid done with school about now. Yeah, this seems to be a good time. I also thought about doing like a split giveaway, like do an afternoon one because I have two different audiences. Because I used to be the night timer. So I was thinking about maybe doing like half of it for the daytime and then saving the other half for at nighttime. That way I give everyone a chance to kind of be involved in it. But I haven't decided on that yet because I don't know. I don't know what's fair. I just want to be fair. And any of you guys can enter it. As long as you're on live chat, you guys can be in it. Meaning my moderators on here, you guys are welcome to be in it too. So don't worry that you are a moderator. You can be entered too. Yeah, it's been horrible, but it's done. Hopefully. I don't want to jinx myself. I can't remember what live it was. It was a while ago, but remember when I was like, oh, I just got over being sick. I'm done and we're done. And then the next day I got sick. I was like, I totally just jinxed myself. So I'm going to laugh about it now. Okay, so that's done. I hide on my table because this is metal and I get magnets. And I have these little tiny magnets that I stick underneath here so I don't lose them because I have my kids coming here all the time. very specific about my needles that I use to tuck my tails in. They have to be a certain kind, and they can't be pointy, and I love the thickness with the big eye. So I hide them, and I put them on a magnet underneath my table so the kids can't get them. If you see me reaching under here, it's because my magnet or my needle is under there. So I just tuck all my strings in after that. Aw. Do you just have the virus, Mary, or the cold, or what's going on? Oh, yes, Joanne. So that was right before we went on spring break. So that was a while ago. And we did a 2-part spring break for the kids. We went to Utah first and went skiing. That was so much fun. I want to go back. And us adults skied and the kids did snowboarding. So they did really awesome for the first time ever. We had lessons though. They did lessons for 2 days, I believe. And I did 1 day lessons and they did 2 days. That's right. But the first day of our lessons, we had a snowstorm. It was so snowy and cold. Like we were trying to go down the hills and the snow was just coming like at our face. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I wasn't with my girls because they were at their lesson, which was snowboarding. So we were having 2 different lessons going on. And I was just worried about them the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, are they doing okay? But they, of course, teenagers, they had a blast. They were throwing snowballs at each other while trying to snowboard. And they just had the best time. And it was just so much fun. So that was that. We did that for 3 days. And then we then flew over to Mexico and we went to Puerto Vallarta and we stayed there for the next 4 days. So we skied, got sore because skiing is a hard sport, especially if you don't ever do it. And our muscles were tired. So then we went and sat in the pool and relaxed in Mexico and drank the whole time. So it was very relaxing. So that was fun. And then when we got home, I can't blame it on the vacation because you never know how you get sick. It could have been from the plane ride. It could have been just exhaustion. It could have been from Utah or Mexico. Who knows? But I got super sick, and that was when everyone started getting sick and hasn't really gotten better since then. Like I feel better now, but you can probably tell my voice is still kind of muffly. I said I sounded like a raspy guy, a raspy voice. What needles do I use to tuck my strings in? So you can use like, what do they call it? The picker or whatever. I don't use that. I've never tried one actually, but I use the tapestry needles and they're not that long. They're shorter and the end of it is like rounded almost. It's not sharp at all. And then the eyelet is super large. So I literally just stick my whole tail into it and then pull it through. And I mean, you'll teach yourself how to do it. Like if you do it over and over again, but there's a certain way I hold it. There's a certain way I do the tail. So I usually take my tail and stretch it out as far as it goes. So it's nice and straight, make a little hole, push it up, pull it through. And then I just tuck the tail through at least like an inch and then it just comes right out. And then I cut it off and you can never see like where the ending is. I do that for these. I do it for all my clothing. You'll see me grab needles all the time, tucking the tails in. It's a habit. You don't have to do it on everything. I just do. It's like extra security to me. Making sure that I did my job and the tails are not going to come loose. The times that I don't do it are when I'm like sewing the body pieces together or like the leggings and I know I'm putting a waistband or a cuff on it. I won't cut the tail on the body parts. I'll cut the tail on the cuffs and the waistband for sure. But like if I know it's being sewn onto something else, then I won't tuck tails in. But the end result, for sure. Okay. No, I actually had COVID before our vacation. And then when we got back, it was just a virus. So it wasn't COVID then. And then I actually tested for COVID again just last week because I was sick all last week. And I was supposed to do my giveaway. That's when I was planning on doing my giveaway. And then I got sick. So then for like 2 weeks, I've just been out of it. That's why it's been taking me forever to get on here. But I tested for COVID and it was negative, although I had all the symptoms again. But there's so many viruses going around. Who knows what I had? But I had no taste. And it was basically the same thing I had with COVID. So it didn't make sense to me. But I got a negative, so I was like, whatever. Aw, thank you so much, Joanne. You guys telling me that I motivate you motivates me to want to motivate you. Does that make sense? So I'm like, if I know that, then it makes me stay on track. So yeah, I've been having tummy issues too, and that's the worst, honestly. I hate tummy issues. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. I don't even have my machine on, so I'm gonna move on to the next thing. This one has a blanket to go with it, so let's make that really quick. How much time do I have? I think I have enough time to like cut it and pin it, but I probably can't sew it because I have to leave. Well, we'll see how far I get. I need to embroider the name on it, so you guys can see me do that first. So this machine is my FAF 10 needle, and I use this machine for birthday shirts and everything embroidery as well, but I specifically use this machine for personalizing my baby blankets, my loveys, stuff like that. So this frame, I extend it and I can put my fast frames on it. So I actually have fast frames for my 12 needles. They're in this box down here that I haven't even opened yet. So I need to do that too. And I know I say this every time, but I do have backlogged videos that I need to get out to you guys on the SWF. I have a series going over each thing on it. So I just need to edit the videos, and I just haven't found the time to edit them. So know that they're there, and they will be coming. But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions on the SWF, if you have the machine, just email me, and I can answer questions that way. Because it's probably quicker than waiting for a video, because I haven't put a video out in months. So I use the Jerky Easy Frame 5x7 for, I'm going to turn you guys this way so you can see me when I do this. So this is the frame that I use for my blankets. I never change this off because this is just, I use it every day to embroider on the blankets. It's the 5x7. The names fit perfectly in here, whether I'm doing a blanket or a lovey. If I'm doing a lovey, I just do it at 90%. If I'm doing a blanket, I do it at 100%. So I know the size exactly that I need. So I never change this out. The only time I would change this out is if I'm doing something with a pocket for fun. I don't do pockets on my shop. So if I just had like a custom order or something that I was doing for my kids or whatever, I have all the easy frames, or yeah, the Jerky Easy Frames back hanging on the wall up here. But for the main part, this always stays on here. I do get this giant roll that I also pre-cut. I don't need to cut any right now. Whoops. I already pre-cut some, but I just wanted to show you. Sewing Machines Plus isn't just machines. They have everything that you need on there. And I'm an affiliate for them. So if you buy something from them, don't forget to use my link or email me so I can get you a link, because you'll get a little discount. But this is the peel and stick that I use. It comes in this big roll that I get. You can get sheets or you can get smaller sizes, but I go through so much of it that I just get the big roll. And I just cut it out to, I basically just measure 7 inches, cut across, and then I fold it in half and cut it in half, and that will give me 2 blankets. So I like the big rolls because you basically get double out of it. And then when I pre-cut them, I just keep them in this little bin over here, and they're just pre-cut to size. So I use one of those for every blanket. Also, I use a Tearaway Stabilizer underneath my blanket. It just depends on how many layers I use. I like to use anywhere from 2 to 4 layers. I know that sounds like a lot, but it depends on what font I'm using and how big the name is, basically. So this is my Tearaway Stabilizer. It's pretty thin, so I definitely use 2 no matter what. With this name, I'm probably going to use 3 because it's a little bit thicker. And then I'll use a water-soluble stabilizer, which I just moved over here. So my water-soluble stabilizer, I get on Amazon. I'm pretty sure all these products are linked in my description. I've been using the same one since I first started. And what I do with this is I basically just, I know the name is Hannah, so it's going to take up like this. So I do this in thirds. So I'll cut it off and then I just roll it basically. You don't have to do anything fancy. I don't use my fabric one. You never want to use your fabric cutter to cut this stuff. So I don't even like size it out. I just know that Hannah will fit like in this right here, this size. So then I just fold it over and then fold it over again. So that's in thirds basically. And then you just take it off at the end. So it's not too much stabilizer. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. I promise you. It'll make the job look prettier. You can also get pre-cuts of this stabilizer on their website. I hate this part. My notes never get up. I just like the big rolls because I go through so much of it that it's just better for me to get it that way. So doing this was tricky at first when I first started using sticky back, but when you get it, it's easy. You just have I have a way to do it. I put the 2 corners down barely. I don't push them down all the way so they're not super tight, because if they're super tight and you have to adjust it, it'll tear. So you just want to barely push it, and then I push the middle down and stretch it as much as I can without ripping it. I forgot what blanket I need because I'm talking too much. Okay, the Victorian floral. And I usually match my name with the backing color, and she's choosing the purple backing. So I'm going to grab that blanket. And I pre-cut all my blankets as well so that I just grab and go. So this is the last one of this blanket. I have an order coming in soon for it. So when I get that order in from Spoonflower, I'll then go ahead and just pre-cut all my blankets at that one time. Can you guys hear me when I'm way over here talking? And so I'm just matching my purple up with this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's the same color. Okay. Hi, everybody coming on. Okay, cool. Okay, so I need to cut that. I'll cut that while this is stitching out. And with these are nice when they have non-directional, because you can choose what corner you want to put it in. I mean, I only have 2 options, this corner or this corner. And I'm going to go with this corner because the other one has a big flower on it, and I don't want the name to I don't want it to look messy. So I always choose which corner will look better with the name. And I know I could do it in this corner. I could do it in any corner I want, but the way that I save the name and I know how to put it on and just go is always in this bottom left corner. So, or bottom right corner, sorry. So I just measure it on here. I usually leave like a good inch on the side and the bottom. And that's just kind of what I've always done. If you find that something works, don't change it. Keep it that way because it's easy. You know how to do it. And now I know my name is going to go right here in the center of the hoop. So when I go over to the machine, that's how I'm going to center it. I know my center of my name I want right here, and that's how I do it. So I'm going to move you guys a little bit up closer, as close as I can anyway. Move this out of the way. Get you guys up over here a little bit. Hey, Sandy. Okay, could be the Omicron variant, as we have all had that, and testing only came positive for one of my kids, but we were really sick and it felt like COVID for the first time that we had it. Yeah. What do you mean pre-cut all at the same time? Do you mean pre-cut your orders? Oh, no. So I pre-cut my blankets. So I have only one size. Unless they message me and do a custom size for blankets, all of my blankets are the same exact measurements. So as soon as I get my fabric in, I pre-cut that fabric because I know it's my blanket fabric. That's the only thing I use it for. So I just pre-cut all my blankets and I put them in a dresser on the other side of my shop, boys on top, or I'm sorry, girls and then boys. And I just kind of have them like spread out that way. And that way, if I get an order for the same exact blanket that I'm doing, it's already pre-cut. I don't have to cut it. I do not pre-cut the backing though, because they do get options on what colors they want for their backing. So for instance, this one chose, let me cover this up. This one chose I don't know if you can see that, but they chose a purple backing. So there were different options on this one. You could do a purple backing, you could do a teal backing, a pink backing. So I don't pre-cut the backings for that reason. How do you stop your shoulders hurting while it's cutting so much in a day? Do you have any secret? I cut memory bear fabric for 23 bears today. My shoulders feel like bricks. So I actually built my table to my size so that I don't have that issue, because I did have that issue, and yeah, it's hard. So you want to make sure that you're always standing straight up and not like hunched over. So my table comes to here when I'm cutting, and I just cut straight across. So you just always want to have like nice posture. Otherwise, it's going to hurt you in the long run. I'm still getting used to this machine over here. It's a little weird because I'm used to it being on the other side of the room. So it's a little different, but it's fine. I like all my machines together though. I've really, really enjoyed having them all in the same spot. I get quiet because I'm concentrating. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do. Let me go get my USB. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to start it. Every time I'm live, I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. All over the place. Where are you? Pretty sure I did this. There we are. Where's that? Okay, just making sure it's the right name. So then I'm going to hit number 1 because that is the color that I want. And I'm going to make sure I'm on needle 1. So that's how I center my design every time. Going to my design set, changing my frame. And it's a blanket, so I want it 100%. And that's when it'll recalibrate to go into the center. You saw my name move. Probably didn't see it because you're way over there. And then I put my blanket on. And yes, I put the blanket back here. I know a lot of people let it hang. I don't like letting it hang because I feel like it pulls on the name. So I just babysit it because it's just a name. It's going to quickly stitch out. And I just make sure it's all nice and neat back here. I don't want it pulling on any sides, so I just make sure it's all nice and neat. I like these Omni Grid. Pretty sure this is what it is. This one's a Creative Grid. Anyway, this is the one I use for my blankets. I basically center it this way every single time. I've done many videos and lives showing you guys how I do this. Okay, so it needs to be moved up more because it's going to hit that frame just a tad. There we go. I don't like that because the H up there is a little too high. So what I'm going to do in this sense, when sometimes names are a little finicky, so instead of 100%, I'm just going to do 95. Whoops. But trace out your design every single time because you never know. You could hit your frame. Okay, much better. So then after that is done, I'm just going to hit OK. And grab my This I just stick right underneath. I know exactly where my name's going, so I'm just like memorize how to do it. It's just diagonal. And then this, I know exactly where my name's going on here, so I just put that there. Make sure my thread is good to go. It didn't catch. Yes, I hear you. Thank you. If that happens, sometimes I don't feel like sitting here trying it over and over again, so I'll just hold the thread. So if I hold the thread, it'll just catch. And then I just cut it off. And you're all set. Just make sure everything's good. Super pretty. This is an oldie but goodie blanket. I think this is the blanket that Ediani got from my shop. Okay, so after a minute, have you stitched out any birthday blankets? I'm working on one now. Earth blankets. I have not. I haven't done those. Embroidery levy, but it bunched a little. I thought maybe because it was done on the bias, that maybe I should just add more layers of stabilizer. Yeah, Joanne, what stabilizer are you using now and how much? I feel like it's just best to do not too much, but the tearaway that I use, here I can bring you guys up closer to show you. The tearaway that I get is actually from ALLSTITCH, and I get all of my stabilizer from ALLSTITCH, but they come in these giant like squares, and I basically just fold it in half I cut down the center right here. So I have 4. Now I have 4 because I have 2 sheets. And then I just basically cut 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. And that's how I do it. So that's the Tearaway Stabilizer that I use. And then I use the water soluble is the one linked in my page from Amazon. But stabilizer is the key. So I'm going to turn you guys around and show you guys up close. So I kind of have to babysit this. But this is 3 layers. I just folded it. So there's 1 layer and then that's folded. So it's 2 more. And then underneath is where I put the other stabilizer. And you can see there's a couple layers here. There's 1 layer, 2 layer. And it doesn't hurt it. It doesn't do anything bad. I think it just makes it look prettier. Because you can see how clean and crisp it is on top. Thank you, Louisa. It's been a work in progress, that's for sure. And see how right here, the reason I have to babysit it is because this right here will slip. So I just push it back, get it out of the way. Same thing over here. I always put this on top. That way it's kind of weighted and doesn't hang on the ground. Is that really loud to you guys? Thank you so much. I mean, I can give you guys a tour if you want while this is stitching. You guys have probably all seen it though. I have changed a few things though. Okay, so right here, this machine, for some reason, okay, stop. I heard you. The reason why it did that, I don't know if you can see, but my thread right here, it came out from behind this little loop back here. It's supposed to be tucked behind there. And if it ever comes out from behind that, it'll stop immediately. Instead of screwing up your project or eating your fabric or whatever other machines do, that just stops it basically. So now I just hit start and it continues. I hate when it yells at me like that, but it's also a good thing. Sticky on 1 layer of tearaway and also water soluble on top. Yes, I would definitely double up on that stabilizer and see if that helps. My loveys, I don't have to sit here and watch because it's so little fabric, but the blankets, I do babysit it because I walked away one time and the blanket slid and it got stitched on and I couldn't save it. So the last thing I want to do is waste my pretty, beautiful minky fabric. So I just watch it until it's done. Boring, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But I love that purple color, it's so pretty. So I chose this corner because it was kind of open. The other one had a big rose, like right in the center. And if that name went over it, you wouldn't be able to read it very well. So I like to choose a corner that has less design. I know, they have a mind of their own. They're like, you're not watching. I'm going to trick you. I also just got these cute little cubbies. Look at how cute that is. So it holds, it sticks to my machine. And then I hold my oil. I use these magnet hooks to hold my mighty hoop. And we're finished. So it came out again, but it's finished anyway, so I'm just gonna end it. The thread came out like I showed you before. So that's why it stopped at the end. But I know the name is finished, so I don't need to do anything with it. I will fix it just for, I'm gonna change the color out anyway, so I'll just leave it like that. And I just grab the blanket, and then we'll go over to the cutting table. And so this is the backing I'm going to use with it. It matches the purple. Oops, can't see that name. Face you this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. How do you get the water soluble completely? Okay, I'm going to show you right now. So what I do is, it's not going to hurt the name. I kind of peel it up slowly on each corner, up and down. And with names with a lot of like cursive, like this one with a lot of loops, I just go in. I don't like putting, here's the tricky part. It's water soluble, right? So you should use water on it. But on my Minky, I do not like using the water on my Minky because it makes it like almost like fuzzy looking. So I try to get as much off of it as I can, just doing this, like slowly, like in between each letter. So I got most of it off, but you have to get in between like the holes on there. So what I do is either use like a hook, like just like something you can get from Cricut, the Cricut hook. But I also have been exploring and trying to find really good tweezers to pick it out with. So I've actually never used these tweezers. I'm gonna try them for the first time. But I basically leave them, I don't open them, and I just kind of gently scrape it to get up the first piece, and then I'm gonna pull it back. So I get as much as I can to where I can pull it, but see, you can see 3 layers right there. So that's 3 layers of soluble stabilizer that I used, water soluble. So I just go through each one and gently pick it up. There's another 3 layers. And if I see any like in the cracks in here, I just do the same thing. I just gently like pick at it, pull it up. If I use black, that's a different story because you can see like the water soluble in between some of the threads. Sometimes it'll look like kind of like a white color. In that case, I'll get a microfiber towel, spray it with water on the towel, and then just wrap it around my finger and just gently like go the way that the thread's going. So on the H, it's going back and forth this way, not up and down. If you go up and down, then you're going to make the thread look used, I guess. So I just go the way that the thread's going. But I pour the water on my cloth, not directly on the blanket itself. And I don't do it all over the whole name. I do it individual by letter. That way you can't tell that I did that. You want to make it as discreet as possible. And then that's done. So now you can see all of the soluble stabilizers off. And now we're going to do the backing. So then I just flip it over. Before I take it off the hoop, I always take my water soluble off first. And then back here, because I have, sometimes I'll have 4 layers, but today I used 3. And it doesn't really make a difference if I use 3 or 4. It's just whatever I grab. But I'll take it and I rip it in half, and then I take that half off. I don't rip it all at the same time. I don't want to mess the letters up, so I just do half. And then I rip it in half, and then I do the other half. I'm just very gentle with it. I don't know if you have to be. That's just how I have done it. Same thing with this. This is the sticky back that goes on my frame. So I loosen it all up first. And then I basically tear it halfway and rip it. And I don't have to get all this other stuff out. I don't ever do that. But what I do is take it over to the heat press, and then I press it. And when I press it, then it lays completely flat. I never press it print side up. I always press it print side down so that it's nice and it doesn't get the minky. It's on the back side. So that's a tip. Don't ever press it on your minky side, on the print side. But my heat press is not on, so I'm going to wait to do that later because I have to go pick up my kids anyway. But I have enough time to show you how I cut my backing out to go with it. But I always, always, always press my blankets after I embroider them. I just feel like personally it gives them a cleaner look. There's no wrinkles in them. Minky unwrinkles so easy with heat. You press it for literally 3 seconds. I press it, lift it up, and I just move it because I only have a 15 by 15. So I'll press half of it up, press the other half up, and do that for the whole blanket in sections. And then I lay them like this on the table. And now, because I moved all my crap on here, I can lay them out fully. But that's how I do my blankets when I'm doing a bunch in a row. I didn't have time to do all the other ones because I have to embroider each one. So I have a stack of blankets that I have to embroider at times, and then I do the other ones that don't have names because they get the choice if they want names on their blankets or if they don't want names on their blankets. So I always try to do them all together at the same time. So this one looked like I already cut a blanket out from it. Otherwise, there would be another, they come, you double it. So like this. So when I cut my blankets out, this one's an easy one because I already know exactly how much I need to cut off. But if this was like the fur on top, I would just lay my blanket on top of it, leave about 1 inch on top, and cut it. And so that's just how I do it. And then I would roll it back up. But because this one's already cut, what am I doing? I need to leave that there. Sometimes I use my scissors and cut it and then vacuum it. Other times I use my, what are these called? My blade. And do that. That way I just can rip it. I like ripping it because it makes it like super, like a lot less dirty with all the fur everywhere. So then I just, see there's hardly any fur that I have to clean up. If I were to cut it with my scissors, so you can tell I cut this piece with my scissors and there's still fur like flying off of it. This one I ripped and there's no fur. So when you use the X-Acto knife, that's what it's called, it doesn't get messy. And it's okay that it curls, it uncurls too. So see, it's uncurling now. You just have to maintain it. And then these clips are my lifesaver. I love these clips that I use. I get them on Amazon. They're just little like claw clips. They keep everything nice and in order. It went away. So that's how I do my blanket. I'm trying to get used to where everything is. I moved all my stuff around. So it's hard to work when you're used to something being somewhere, you go to grab it, it's not there. Can you guys still hear me? I clicked a button on my phone. Where is the gorgeous fur material from? That's so lovely. This purple one, I get this material. This is a Shannon Minky Luxe Cuddle, and I get this from fabric.com. So you can get any colors you want from there. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments on my phone. Yeah, erasers from pencils are good too. I've tried that. I also could use some time. Time would be nice. Yeah. You have a serger. I think your earbuds went out. Okay. Can you hear me now? I think I just pushed the button. I think I pushed the button, so. But I have to go anyways, guys. It's about time for me to go get my kiddos. But I just wanted to hop on and just say hi to everybody and just see how everyone's doing and just chat for a little bit and do whatever I did. I don't even know what I did. Nursing pads and a blanket. Woohoo. No, I'm just kidding. It was so glad to be back on here, you guys, and I can't wait to get back. Look out. I'm going to put a post on my channel, and that'll let you guys know when the giveaway is going to be. It's going to be next week for sure, unless I randomly get sick again, which I'm not going to jinx myself, you guys. Knock on wood. I'm good. I'm healthy. But the giveaway is going to be so much fun, and I just want to have fun with you guys, and I want to be fair and do it. So I'm going to give you guys some time for everyone to log in and be a part of it. So I thank you guys so much for even just being here with me today after I've been gone for so long. I always love chatting with you guys and hearing how you guys are doing and whatnot. But I have to go get my kiddos. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all next week. Bye, guys. Stay safe.